have reality to be focused on me. I'm on TV. I am a Vidiot.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Vidiot on Demand. We're back with our after show spoiler discussion where I, Philip Williams, talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldiers. I'm back in a lilac shirt, just like the first two episodes, so you know we're in for some quality entertainment. This episode starts off exactly where the last one left off. I loved how we got a little action beat with the three of them throwing down a terrible knockoff Captain America is freaking out. He's convinced that he killed, or maybe he's lying, but I think he's either convinced or he doesn't care. It's like either or, and they're both bad. That the person he killed was the person who killed Lamar. They, after a really good fight, and the bit that I think was like, oh, that's a lot, where it looked like it actually broke his arm. That was pretty crazy. They took it from him. He got, Falcon got his wings removed. He just ripped them off. Cap 2 ripped them off, and it was just like, oh my gosh. Yeah. And then we show the team regrouping, you know. You get the sense of, like, what does America, the government, do with this Captain America? Are we going to kick him out and all that stuff? And yeah, they're just like, basically, you're lucky you didn't get a court-martial. And he's just burning some bridges. He's like, wow, you don't know what it's like. But then in steps this mystery character that people were talking about. And I can't believe, if you told me years ago that a cast member from Seinfeld would be in the MCU, I never would have believed it. It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Of course she'd be the one. Awesome. Great entrance. There's so much, like, delicious mystery about her. I literally was like, okay, this, because truthfully, I have never heard this. I feel like I've heard the name, but I've never recognized this character. So this completely blindsided me, and it feels like the whole nerdosphere didn't know about this character. So it was really fun that we all got blindsided by that casting, by that character who is entrenched in S.H.I.E.L.D. and espionage, and is very much, I believe, sort of a love interest to Nick Fury in the comic books. I don't know, but interesting nonetheless to see, and maybe even hint at that her and this version of Nick Fury has probably had some run-ins with each other on a crazy scale. So that'll be fun to, it's like, yeah, they did a good thing. She was cool. She was a cool person to bring in. And yeah, I'd be curious to see what what she adds to the MCU going forward. Yeah, it's almost as if they did the Iron Man ending, only in a weird reverse kind of way. I'm curious to see where that goes. That is really got me excited. That was really cool. Now, a lot of people, I'm just going to get this off the top of my head before I forget. A lot of people are going, Sharon Carter, is she the power broker? Is she the bad guy? They show Sharon Carter again. She's taking phone calls. She seems shady. This right here, I'll tell you the reason why I know she's not a bad guy. Deep down, she is a good person, and you want to know why. She used an iPhone. And I'm not kidding, because there was a, I think like a Vanity Fair interview with Rian Johnson, director of Knives Out. And he was letting everybody know that because of sponsorship deals and stuff, depending on who is holding the phone, apparently Apple are against bad guys to own iPhones in their movies. And that's a part of the deal. Now we know for sure she's not a bad guy, and whatever she's up to is probably to aid our heroes. If that's a spoiler for you, then you heard it here first. Maybe. I don't know. I loved Isaiah Bradley. Again, they went back to my main man, Mantis, and really got into his past. And there was a moment where I'm like, please go to a flashback so we can justify the old man makeup, and they don't. And there's a moment where I'm like, maybe he just is this old now. I don't mean that in any offensive way, but it's just, wow, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I love the acting. The acting overall is so good. And his monologue there was so full of pain, and you get it. You get it. And I love Sam taking in this information and realizing, like, okay, then what does that mean for me? Is this a good idea? And I love how, to me, I feel narratively, it is pushing Sam into be Captain America at the end of this. Another reason why I think so is because if you watched Endgame and you say, screw the TV shows, I don't want to watch TV shows, Disney Plus is not for me, then when you watch the next movie and you find out that Sam Wilson is Captain America now, and he has the shield, and he's running around flying and doing everything like that, you won't be lost. It makes sense. It makes sense that that's the way they're going, but we're just getting a more detailed story of how. And so for those people who skipped out on this and watch the movie that comes after this, like the next Avengers or whatever, and goes, that was really cool. In fact, I want to learn more. You mean there's a whole series I can check out? Which is great. So, oh my gosh, all in all, this was a really, really good one. I didn't go into too much of a play-by-play because I don't want to waste your time. But I also think it was great that Batroc the Leaper is back, because at first I was like, oh, he was just in the first episode. That's great. But yeah, he's back, just like I really hoped he would be. Sam Wilson is mine. I want to take out Falcon, which is great. So I can't wait to see the showdown. One thing I also wonder is Steve Rogers actually dead? Because they keep mentioning that he's gone. And this was the first time they kind of said, well, he's gone. And it does imply that, yeah, he's passed on. He's dead. So I'm really curious to see what they do with that. If there's a big reveal in the final episode, another after credits, mid credits sort of thing where he's on the moon, that'd be funny. That'd be great. That'd be cool to see that he's still alive and kicking, or that he has another role in a new version of S.H.I.E.L.D. or God knows what. But it'd be cool to see some sort of closure on what Cap's fate really is. So if you like what you see in here and you want to see more, click right here to see more. I sound exactly like another YouTuber. Yikes. But anyway, please subscribe. That's a good way to, you know, keep up to date. So yeah, without further ado, goodbye. You didn't see this coming, and neither did I. I was this close to walking away, but then I realized, wait, of course they just might have a mid-credit scene. So glad that I didn't shut the TV off, because now we get a little sense of our boy John Walker. He's forging his own shield. He's even using this Medal of Honor to put it in there, which gives it that sort of twisted patriotism slash I'm doing this for the right reasons, but maybe out of the wrong head mindset. It's really good. It's good to see. And it also gives him kind of an Iron Man feel of him literally like clunk, clunk, you know, doing that, which is really great. So hopefully, I hope that that is setting up that this character will be a mainstay and that we will see more of John Walker, because I think he's a real good character. Hope you enjoyed this, and goodbye for real this time. Bye.